Let's go!
Hey everybody, how's it going? alecandstuff here to bring you a special 10-minute preview of Metroid Samus Returns for the Nintendo 3DS. Now, before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to my friends over at Nintendo of America for sending me this copy of the game for review and footage and preview like you're seeing today. So, huge thank you over to my friends at Nintendo of America. You guys are awesome. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with some gameplay. So, as you can see here, I've already kind of skipped through the opening cutscenes and dialogue just to fit as much gameplay into today's video as we possibly can. But if you want the basic premise of the story, and you want to avoid spoilers, skip 30 seconds about from what I'm speaking now. So, basically the premise of this game is originally Samus and friends found Metroids on this planet, SR-388. The Metroids were then used in a harmful way and used almost as weapons by the space pirates, and then Samus stopped the space pirates and saved the day, and now we're finding traces of more Metroids on this planet again, and Samus is revisiting the planet to come and save the day once more. So, that is my very long-winded and poorly worded description of this game's story. But to be honest, okay, so here's the premise. Metroid Samus Returns, this one that we're playing right now, is a remake or a sort of reimagining of the original game, Metroid The Return of Samus, Metroid 2 for the Game Boy. And to be honest, I never actually played that game. So I'm not going to really be the voice of authority for whether or not this game holds true to its predecessor and what it's inspired from. So I'm speaking totally just from a fresh perspective. So with that in mind, we're just gonna kind of cruise those levels, you know, with basically an open mind. And to be honest though, I've never really played too much of the 2D Metroids either. I've always been a bigger fan of like the 3D ones for the Wii and the GameCube. Now don't crucify me for that. I know they're really good. I just never got around to them as a kid. And even now, I just have an extensive backlog of stuff that I need to play. I feel like most people have that kind of backlog stuff too, so I don't think I'm alone there. However, I do know that the 2D Metroids are great, and I need to play them at some point. So, right now it's teaching us how to use melee counters, and throughout the video, you'll probably notice that I'm very bad at those. So do not judge me if I get hit, hit in the face by some enemies. Just forget, there you go, exactly. So just forgive my badness. So yeah, my first impressions of this game, having not played the original, you know, going into it, since I like the 3D one so much, and I've never really been a fan of like 2D platformers as a whole, I wasn't expecting this game to really blow me away, and I'm not gonna lie that it's not necessarily, you know, blowing my mind at all. However, I will say that it's very fun to control and move Samus around, so the movement in this game feels really good. And because of that, I'm having a blast playing it, so I guess in a way it's sort of blowing me away in the fact that it's as fun as it is. I was expecting to not really enjoy it as much as I am, so with the time that I've had with it so far, it's been great. It's been a great experience. And it seems to me that a lot of people are enjoying it as well, with all the people that have gotten to play it thus far, and I think that's really good. So let's go ahead and head into this room here. I like these little 3D cutscenes that we have here. They're kind of sprinkled throughout the gameplay, and it gives a little bit of sense of immersion. Gives you more of a look into the world rather than just the 2D plane that's presented most of the time, which I like. It makes it sound like I only play 3D games, but it's just my preference, okay? It's not like a heavy thing of mine that I need to play 3D only. There, it's teaching us how to use the Morph Ball. So I will say, full discretion, that I have played through this section that we are playing through right now. And oh, by the way, this is the first 10 minutes of the game, so there's not really going to be too much as far as story content or like spoilers, other than the stuff that I mentioned in the beginning. So you're going to be free from that in this video, which is great. So we're kind of stepping in this room here. I have no idea what to expect from this game as a whole. I still haven't really fully played through it yet. I will say though that ever since I was first introduced to Metroid, I think it was in the Wii era, back whenever Metroid Prime like the series came for the Wii. I played Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, and I think a few other ones that I can't remember. But I really, really like them, and since then I've loved the series. I love the music. Samus is a really awesome hero to have for a video game, and her Smash Brothers counterpart is really, really fun to play. So with that in mind, Metroid is a series that's always been on my mind. Oh, and then another game that I actually played before the Wii era was for the DS, the original DS. And that was my favorite Metroid game, which is going to come as a surprise to some of those that might be a bigger fan than I am of the series, is Metroid Prime Hunters. And if you've never played that game is really, really fun. It's a 3D game, surprisingly, for the original DS. And it focuses on like Samus encountering all these other bounty hunters from different races in the galaxy, and it's really cool. The best part about it was the online multiplayer, which I got addicted to. And it was actually my first introduction to a first-person online shooter. They had like ranked modes and playlists and stuff like that. They had voice chat. It was awesome, and I was part of like forums and stuff that would hold like competitions and whatnot. I got really into it, so because of all that, oh my gosh, I'm so bad! I'm so bad! Anyways, because of all that, I grew really attached to it, and since then, it's been my favorite Metroid game to date. I know it's a weird pick, I know you don't have to tell me, but that's just my personal favorite game of the franchise, so. My name is Samus Returns. What is going on in here? I am the law. There's some unsolicited activities that are... Woo! That poor thing. Oh my goodness. That was brutal. Okay. Me watching this. Okay, cool. I totally lost my train of thought just because of how scary that was. Yeah, so I really lost my train of thought. But yeah, I've been enjoying my time with this game. The movement, as I said earlier, feels really, really good. I promise I play a lot better when I'm off camera. I'm typically not this horrible. Oh my gosh, I missed the counter again. I saw the pattern. I knew he was gonna come, but he died before I could get him. Back away, you heathens! Alright. I think I'm low on health. Yes. Indeed, I think I am. There we go. Okay. So now we get to fight this thing. This thing that just horribly drained the life of that poor living creature, even though the living creature was really, really ugly too. It was like the green thing with arms or legs. I hate bugs and stuff that looks like bugs. Okay, we can kill this thing. We can kill this thing. I got you. I got you. Fire missiles! Oh! Oh my goodness! That was the fastest I've ever killed that thing. I've played it once or twice off camera. But that is the fastest I've ever done that. Holy cow. That was cool. Where are we at? Okay. So, unfortunately, we have to cut the video right there. But as I said earlier, huge thanks to my friends over at Nintendo of America for sending me this copy of the game right here. It's been really, really fun. Metroid Prime Samus Returns comes out for the 3DS on the 15th, so if you haven't tried it yet, or you're kind of on the fence about it, I encourage you to go out and give it a shot, or pick it up. It's been really fun, even as someone that prefers like the 3D Metroids myself. I've been having a lot of fun with it. The movement feels good. The immersion is really, really awesome. I love the like the environments and stuff to it. You get really, I don't know if it's just me, but you get really tied up in the world of Metroid and stuff like that, especially with these kind of games. So it's a game that I think I would highly recommend. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at as far as Metroid goes. But again, once again, as I said earlier, huge thanks to my friends over at Nintendo of America for sending me this copy for review. And of course, before I go, I have one last thing to pose to you guys that are watching at home. So if you're a fan of Metroid, and I kind of spoke a little bit about my personal thoughts about it, my personal favorite game being Metroid Prime Hunters for the DS, I gotta ask you, what is your favorite Metroid game and why? Feel free to leave a comment down below. I would love to discuss that with you guys. And of course, as always, I think I was pointing in the right direction. Okay, of course, as always, I'm alecandstuff, and I will see you all again real soon. Bye!